Have you ever wondered if the Thanksgiving story you've been told is the whole truth? We all know the common narrative. A group of pilgrims escaping religious persecution landed on Plymouth Rock. They were greeted by friendly Native Americans who helped them survive their first harsh winter. The following autumn, both groups came together in a peaceful feast, a celebration of their friendship and mutual cooperation. This, we are told, is the first Thanksgiving, a heartwarming tale of harmony, unity, and gratitude. However, history is often more complex than the tales we were told as children. The Thanksgiving story as we know it is no exception. It's a narrative that has been simplified, polished, and packaged for easy consumption. But like the layers of a Thanksgiving turkey, there might be more beneath the surface. So let's take a step back and delve deeper into this narrative. But what if there's more to the story than what meets the eye? Our journey begins in 1620, with the perilous voyage of the Mayflower. Over 100 brave souls left their homes in England, embarking on a daunting journey across the turbulent Atlantic Ocean in search of religious freedom. Upon their arrival in the New World, the Pilgrims faced harsh and unforgiving conditions. The cold winter was brutal and the unfamiliar land was unyielding. They struggled to grow crops and to find sufficient food. Their survival hung by a thread. In this desperate situation, a glimmer of hope emerged in the form of the Wampanoag people. These indigenous inhabitants of the land possessed the knowledge and skills the Pilgrims desperately needed. They taught them how to cultivate corn and other crops, to fish, and to navigate the dense forests of the area. The Pilgrims' survival depended heavily on the Wampanoag people. This interdependence sparked a relationship that culminated in the event we now associate with Thanksgiving. But let's be clear, the reality was far from a joyous feast we've grown to imagine. But what about the Native Americans who were already there? When the Pilgrims arrived, they encountered the Wampanoag people, a tribe with a rich history and culture deeply intertwined with the land. Their assistance to the Pilgrims was pivotal. They taught them how to fish, cultivate corn, extract sap from maple trees, and avoid poisonous plants. Without this knowledge, the Pilgrims may not have survived their first harsh winter. However, this alliance came at a great cost. The arrival of the Pilgrims marked the beginning of a series of conflicts and diseases that devastated the Native American populations. Smallpox, measles, and influenza, unknown to the indigenous people before the arrival of the Europeans, swept through their communities, decimating populations. The Wampanoag people, like many other native tribes, made significant sacrifices. They found themselves in a struggle for their land, their culture, and their lives. These are the untold sacrifices often overlooked in the traditional Thanksgiving narrative. They are the silent voices, the untold stories that echo through the centuries. While we celebrate Thanksgiving with gratitude and joy, let's also remember and honor the reality of this history. Thanksgiving is a time of reflection, a time to acknowledge the sacrifices made, the lives lost, and the cultures forever changed. The Thanksgiving holiday for many conceals a painful history of loss and displacement. So, how did this complex history evolve into the Thanksgiving holiday we know today? The evolution of Thanksgiving is a fascinating journey through time. Initially, it wasn't an annual event, but rather a sporadic celebration in response to good harvests or successful endeavors. In the early 19th century, Sarah Josepha Hale, editor of the popular women's magazine Godey's Lady's Book, began a campaign to establish Thanksgiving as a national holiday. She saw it as a way to unify the country amid growing divisions. Then, in the midst of civil war, President Abraham Lincoln heeded Hale's call. In 1863, he proclaimed the last Thursday of November as a national day of Thanksgiving. His hope was that this shared celebration could help heal a nation torn apart by conflict. In the modern era, traditions like the annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and the presidential turkey pardon have developed, adding a layer of contemporary charm to this historic holiday. The evolution of Thanksgiving is a testament to our ability to adapt and grow. Let's take a moment to revisit the untold story of Thanksgiving. It's a complex tale, tracing the arduous journey of the Pilgrims, the unspoken sacrifices of Native Americans, and the evolution of this cherished holiday. More than turkey and trimmings, Thanksgiving is a testament to growth, unity, and resilience. It's a story that deserves to be told in its entirety, acknowledging all perspectives. This Thanksgiving, remember the untold story, and give thanks for the growth, unity, and resilience it represents.